Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman, same promo code, 10% off at checkout. Both of these are fantastic deals, and they help support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theurx6 back for some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and today, it's Friday, which means I'll play Frank Dora I want. We're playing some Abzan mid. Hopping into some Abzan mid. I don't know why it's like this. It might have something to do with that. But there are three of these. I've made a couple of changes to Abzan mid. And I'm going to go over mostly just the changes. There aren't too many, but I'm just going to go over those changes, and we're going to hop on into some traditional, historic, ranked. One thing that I went and did is I took out the Heartless Axe for the 2 eliminates. I realized that the main reason I enjoyed Heartless Act is because it allowed me to deal with some of the larger threats that Eliminate doesn't allow me to deal with. However, after playing for quite a while, I realized that when you have both Mythos of Nethroi, Murderous Rider, and Elspeth Conquers Death, and technically these as well, you don't need the Heartless Act as much. Obviously, you know, Eliminate is better on curve. Heartless Act can likely do better things in the later part of the game if you're top decking it, but in general, Eliminate probably going to be fine. I added one more Murderous Rider, and I took out both Lavabrink Venturers. Now, that's not to say I didn't like Lavabrink Venturer. It essentially is just that I found I wanted to be even more consistent, and you'll see that I made a couple changes to that end later on as well. But this way, we're just having a few fewer 2-in-1 of cards. I took out the Shalais. Technically, I put 1 into the sideboard, and I upped the Basri's Lieutenant to 3. I was initially just kind of playing around with the card, seeing how it is, and I realized Basri's Lieutenant is real strong, especially considering we have all of these cards that inherently put counters on themselves. So it's just pretty nice to see. Pretty much every stage of the game against every type of opponent. Obviously, being able to come down against an aggro deck and block very nicely, and of course, if it dies, then I get something out of it. Or coming in control, where they board wipe me, I still have a board. It's pretty decent. So I also ended up taking out the Elder Gargoth. I like Gargoth, but I ended up putting in 2 Thragtusks. Now, Thragtusks do things immediately, and it gives you benefits, even if the Thragtusk gets exiled, destroyed, whatever. So I feel like, even though Elder Gargoth can give you more value over time and overall, I do want to try out Thragtusk a little bit to see if the deck generally wins more. I'm still rocking 2 Conquer's Death and 1 Vivien. It's possible that I can cut Vivien for Gargoth, or just cut this for another Thragtusk. Not entirely sure. Another flex spot that I was considering is possibly removing the Cultivates in order to, play another creature here, or to potentially add the 2 Lava Rinks back, and then change this and have... So essentially, put 2 Lava Rinks back, right? And then, with that last Cultivate, as well as the Vivien, add 2 more to the 5 pile, but I'm not entirely sure. We also added a single Casualties of War. This way we're at 2 and 2, and hopefully this just being more consistent in my deck will make my other opponents be upset. We're cut down to 2 Disfigures in the sideboard in favor of the single Shalai in the side. Shalai, essentially, I only really want to bring in if my opponent is either burning my face to death, or has a lot of specifically targeted removal, and not necessarily board wipes, right? Shalai isn't as great against just specifically board wipes. Now, obviously, she works really nicely with Basri's Lieutenant, but if it weren't for this Meddling Questing Beast, I would likely just be playing 3 Basri's, 3 Shalais, but Questing Beast is just too strong of a card for me not to play. But another reason I cut back on the Disfigures a little is because I suspect that Thragtusk is going to help me out a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So let's go ahead and hop on into some traditional Rocked. Now, today is Saturday, not Friday. I don't know why I said it was Saturday. It's Friday for me. Time is bad, okay? But I wanted to play some Abzan, and we are going to be playing on Twitch today, streaming. It's going to be What the hell? What did I actually say? I made a post about this yesterday, and I'm dumb. Well, playing, yeah, a lot of Jumpstart. So just the actual, playing a little bit of Jumpstart. I'll be playing Jumpstart with you, with the viewers, because you can save your Jumpstart decks, and then we can duel each other with the Jumpstart, so that'd be fun. And then Historic, and Historic Brawl. So, but this is what I'm rocking right now. Depot. In Plaid? I mean, this is definitely a yike. We see Teferi and Waifu Narset against, 5 land hands, but I'm going to keep it. Yeah. So this could be very, very bad for me. We got the questing on 4, which is nice, but considering we plan on playing Cultivate on 3, the questing on 4 isn't necessarily hard to do. Okay. So they could just be Azorius Control. They could be another color as well. I'm going to go ahead and on a limb and say it's solidly Azorius. We check the fairy out. A plus.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Cultivate. And now I can just start playing all of my nonsense. So, my opponent is probably just going to hold up counter magic here.
I've got it.
They didn't hold up counter magic.
Those who cannot, I have just the trick for this.
They have counter magic, but you did not hold it up. So I think what I do here is I think I Questing Beast and hit the Teferi. This way he can't bounce the Questing Beast back to hand. Obviously, Narset being able to stick around is unfortunate.
Now.
Okay, so they Conquer's Death, then I'm going to Conquer's Death. Their Conquer's Death. Although then they can bounce my Conquer's Death. Oh, I'm not going to Conquer's Death, that's what I'm talking about. No. Because they might want to play this next turn. Although if they have a land, shoot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Like Casualties of War. We're gonna hit Ventress and Teferi.
Now what?
Now, even if they play a land, they can't Teferi and hold up. Specifically, Absorb. They can't hold up Dovin's Veto, which I am worried about.
Sorry, you know what? I'm not done.
I guess I just have to hope that Dovin's Veto does not resolve here. I'm casting this first instead of casting Eliminate first, because if they happen to have specifically the Quench, then I can respond to it. Or Spell Pierce. Fantastic. That is grand.
Let me know.
Okay. Search for Escanta. Okay, so now they can't cast this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, this costs 2 more, so they could still Spell Pierce here. Spell Pierce is just non-creature, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to Nethroi this? I don't think that I do. I'm just worried about a Spell Pierce. Although if they counter my Vraska, then I'll likely be able to just get it back with my Conquer's Death, unless of course they Conquer's Death, but it's fine.
I will be the one to guide my
And I'm just gonna blow that up.
I'll remember this.
I don't need to eliminate that. And their stuff still costs more. But it will not cost more on my turn. I don't get any value there. I'm just going to plus. I really don't care about this Narset right now.
My crew is the finest in the seas.
Yeah. I'm going to cast the Growth Chamber Guardian because it just gives me the most flexibility. So I can adapt to this, get some stuff. I have Mythos of Nethroi up. So obviously, them casting a 3-mana Teferi here would be not the greatest, but it'd be fine, I suppose. If they're just going to pass the turn, I'm absolutely fine with that. Because I can just keep doing this. Growth Chamber Guardian is what I like to call Lit Fam. So if I cast this questing piece, it's probably going to get countered, which I think is fine. And I specifically didn't activate my Vraska yet. Okay, that's fine. I kind of suspected that. It's fine. We're going to hit you. I don't necessarily care about Narset being on the field, but if I can, I might as well get rid of her.
I was not prepared for this.
Right now we're just holding up Mythos, but that's fine. I can eliminate that.
Mind and body should move in unison.
I don't technically need to, but not all that much that I want to eliminate anyway. This does allow me to just attack my opponent's face. They decide to veto that, which, sure. 2, 3, 4. Put that on this. Now, if I get board wiped, I still have stuff.
My mind needs a rest.
And I still have access to Nethroi instant speed. Sure. You are dead on board.
I know what must be done.
Settle the Wreckage is potentially an issue. I mean, they have to assume I'm running Mythos of Nethroi anyway.
That didn't go bad.
Cool. They should have passed. I would have only attacked with just what was necessary, but we're going to bring in Shalize just in case. We're going to bring in the Agonizing Remorses, the Shifting Ceratopsids, and we're going to yeet out... That's a good question, Justin. What are you going to take out? Guess Cultivates? Every card in my deck is so generally versatile. I could take out Scooze, I guess? So I want to keep the Eliminates in because of the whole, 3-mana Planeswalkers. I could cut one and keep one Scooze, because Scooze does help against Azcanta. Although, I mean, a bunch of other stuff does too. I think I'm just going to yeet my Scoozes. It doesn't mean I have fewer opening hands that are going to be able to apply pressure early on, but still. That hand is something I cannot keep. This hand is something that I guess I'll keep. I'm going to get rid of Shifting Ceratops. Thragtusk. Okay, thank you for the lands. Search on turn 2. Not the best for me, but I do potentially have Knight of Autumn. Are they going to tap out for a Planeswalker? They don't. But I do have Knight of Autumn into Knight of Autumn, potentially. But I do assume they're going to protect their Azcanta. Yeah. And that's kind of fine. So they have land in hand. So I can cast Questing Beast, or I can just play this tapped, cast Knight of Autumn again. Okay, so they didn't have a way to counter that. We're gonna yeet that. Now I have a nice, beautiful creature to pester some things. They just have another Azcanta. Okay, that's fair. We're going to go ahead and... Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to cast Questing Beast. It's probably going to get countered here, but I think that's probably fine. Oh, just Aether Gust? Sure. I will take action. My opponent is down to 2 cards in hand. I kept whatever that was. Land to fairy. Okay, so they're protecting things here.
No time for a break.
So they for sure have a counterspell for this. They just have remove. What?
You're not going to win. I suppose that's how it was meant to be.
Okay, Elspeth conquers that with my Questing Beast. I think I need to Mythos this now. Yeah, I'm gonna Mythos this now. Else I wouldn't really be able to do it the following turn, and I don't really need them getting a free to fairy back. I have Eliminate in case they cast specifically Narset or something. Interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, I'll cast Ceratops. My opponent might have a settle the wreckage. No. They're just gonna castle? Sure. They do have a Shatter the Sky. One more card, your Azcanta flips. Okay, I at least get to draw a card, which is quite nice. Darn. Okay, so I assume they're going to flip their Azcanta now. Yep. Damn. Sure. Darn. They may have out-countered me. Can kill a larger planeswalker, which is nice. Sure. They're gonna Vantress. They might binding my Growth Chamber Guardian. And I think it would be worth it to eliminate my own Growth Chamber Guardian. If that's the case. Yeah. So first things first, I do this. I don't do this. Yeah, that is actually a decent cast for them there. Because it does mean that this Growth Chamber Guardian is not going to exactly exist.
If you wish to surrender now,
What the hell is wrong with this card?
prowess. You are
The fact that I drew another Growth Chamber Guardian was pretty bad there. Oh, I only had two black. Oh, that's unfortunate. Are you kidding? Wow. That could not have been... Those were the literal worst draws I could have had. Unfortunately, this game is over. Damn, that's redonkulous. Well, then it was fine. This is a good hand. Hell yeah. Good hand made better. I feel like I just take the Planeswalker here. Next turn, I can play the Knight of Autumn large. And then just hit them. And I have Shifting Ceratops. I think I want to do that.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I'm not entirely sure about that one, but... No. Oh, they have Cycle. Okay. I kind of just chunk them with this. Mythos is nice to have. I would have liked to see another land, but getting Mythos I think is pretty good. I wonder if they cycle. I probably would if I was them, but alright. 3 minutes of Fairy would be kind of bad, but sure. So the shields are down. Indatha Triome is not exactly what I want. Cool. I'm just gonna cast this. Narset, sure.
My prowess is unmatched.
So I can eliminate
Keep
Narset.
an open mind.
I can attempt to eliminate Narset. It's worth doing. Yeah, that's fine.
I won't forget our time together.
I need this to not be Spell Pierce. there's no reason for me not to just cast Knight of Autumn to destroy it. Because if that Spell Pierce, like, I lose the game. If it's not, it's great, but I think having an option that doesn't get hit by Spell Pierce is... I should just take the option and not be stupid. I'm not going to cast anything this turn. I assume they're going to cycle. Yep. Fairy?
I won't hide from the world any longer.
Cool. So that made me think that they didn't have Spell Pierce, but they will be able to counter something still. I would rather them counter the Thragtusk, I think. Because Questing Beast has haste. So they're going to absorb this. Yep. They are down to 2 cards, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay, well that's quite good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll pay the 2. And I will attempt to cast Vivien, I think. If I'm going to cast Vivien, I might as well cast it second main. Yeah. I think that's the case. Nice. So here, essentially what I'm doing is... we'll get...
We're gonna have a problem.
Trample, I don't think it actually matters.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
But I'm putting out... I'm playing the cards that I think are generally good, but aren't... like, aren't the best things for me. If that makes sense. Now, do I want to Questing Beast into something? Or would I rather just make another thing? Yeah.
Things are about to get out of hand. The Arcbow is quite powerful.
Maybe I can just eat some stuff from my opponent's graveyard. Do I want to keep this? 2, 4, 6. I'll play this land. The reason I'm playing it is because I can play around Spell Pierce if I cast a 6-drop. Shatter the Sky. I will eat a couple of things in my opponent's yard. I'm going to eat their Planeswalkers, just so that if they do end up playing some sort of conquery deathy card, they're not going to get them back.
Such violence is upsetting.
Sure. I regret everything.
We will adapt to any threat.
Cool. That's the mid-range dream right there, baby. On to Plat. On to Plat. Now I just got to get to Diamond, and then from Diamond I got to get to Mythic. It's fine. Are we going to play another match? We're going to play another match. I'm hoping it's not Control. I'd like to play against an aggro deck to see how the deck fares there. Also because the video's already at 30 minutes. I don't need to go that long. Let's go ahead and look up Thragtusk art for the thumbnail. Tombstone 35-36. I'm going to go on a limb, so my opponent is probably playing Control. Who doesn't love a triple questing piece, though? I, of course, need to get the lands. By lands, I mean the one land. Let's see, are you playing blue? You are. Who would have thought? And I did get the land. Ah, blue-black, you say? Play this tapped. Smork. If they play a Narset or something else, 3, I can kill it. William's Triumph. That's not something I expected. My opponent might be playing something different and unique. My questing beast will kill you all the same. Unfortunately, it's legendary, so I can't exactly do anything cool things with it. Just gonna pass the turn. Languish, or... yeah, Languish, okay. Unfortunately for you, we're rocking 2 more questing beasts for the price of... die. Next one I can play Guardian and hold up Eliminate. I don't really know why I've been holding up Eliminate. It's very obvious my opponent is just playing... oh, they're playing Esper! Okay. They, like, have to sacrifice that food. I'm gonna go and do this, though. Who would have thought? And what's crazy about this is that even if they blow up the board, I have another questing beast. Wow! So it's Esper. Interesting. Teferi Bounce doesn't do it. Shatter the Sky. Oh, they can't get Shatter the Sky. That Teferi doesn't do it.
If you show remorse, I'll
They have...
reverse.
Well, I assume... that my opponent planned on killing just the Growth Chamber Guardian and not having to deal with a 3rd questing beast. Yeah, that's what I thought. The questing beast. Shall I languish? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna want Shalai in this matchup hilariously. I do want the Agonizing Remorses. I do still want the Shifting Ceratops. It's... I'm not sure this deck is running as many of the nonsense cards. Yeet. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, let's do that. This is a bit of a yikes. I'm gonna keep it, though. I'm not comfortable mulliganing this. We have not gotten Thought Seized yet. Thought Erased yet. Hit you with a Remorse, though. Domin's Veto. Syncopate for 1. Interesting. This deck is very interesting. Oh, they are rocking Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win. I'll protect you.
I'm just going to cast this as an annoying threat. Force them to deal with it.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
And I don't want to play into a Shatter, unfortunately. So I'm going to attempt to just kill Teferi like this.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
I value my Questing Beast as a surprise hit, I think. This might get countered. Yep. Okay.
Right on schedule.
You bounce my knight.
This might be a bad idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love it when they play into what I want them to do.
Here goes nothing.
That's not what I'd like to see, though.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, that
Because now I'm not sure I can get my Conqueror's Death down. Now I'm very much not sure if I can get my Conqueror's Death down. Okay, this bodes relatively well. Never mind. What? I'm surprised. Cool. Alright, that worked out relatively well, I would have to say.
I have a plan.
Ooh, Agonizing Remorse to start with. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3. Get 1 tap. No, yeah. I might as well just do this and cultivate. Like, the Thragtusk is nice. The Thragtusk is nice, but pretty sure I'm just gonna hit the Naturalize here. What's great about Thraggy is that he doesn't care about Languish all that much. I'm gonna hit green and black. Doesn't really matter, I'm putting both under play. And because I got rid of their counterspell, there's no way they're gonna be bouncing. They kept both on top. Alright, they might Teferi bounce the Elspeth Conqueror's Death. No, that's fine.
Don't worry, I got this.
But that's really nice. Languish no longer kills my Questing Beast.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
And I assume that because my opponent is playing Languish, that they're not playing Shatter the Sky. But even if they are, I get to draw a card and I'll still have a 3/3. You get to Ventress? Sure. Both on bottom is a good sign for me. Gargoth wasn't. When I play Thragtusk, I do need to keep in mind the other options I have, which essentially is just Gargoth or extra Viviens.
I know my responsibility.
You plus
Here
here.
we go.
I mean, that's interesting. I assume we get Languished. Oh. I only deal 1 damage. Oh no.
Don't make another move.
Destroy target land and Planeswalker. I would like you not to have that anymore, please.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Sure. Ooh, that's an oof. I am technically dumb. I think I should have played Thragtusk first. Yeah, I should have played Thragtusk first. I think that was incorrect on so many levels. So if I end up losing this game, it was from this play. Cool, I didn't. There's something very satisfying about just rocking two control decks back-to-back. Abzan mid-range, put in work. And only 40 minutes? Hell yeah. Cool, fantastic. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, find that in the description below. You should also check me out today on Twitch. I'll be streaming. I stream at 1 p.m. U.S. Central, which is fucking GMT -5 or -6, depending on the time of year, and I don't freaking know which one it is right now. Words are hard. Oh yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, because Abzan's great. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, I will be one.